For a couple of years, I lived on the same street as my brother. Though we were close in proximity, we weren't in heart. My house was a couple of blocks closer to the main road than was his, so naturally, most people drove by my house on the way to his. This was true also for my mother. Every Sunday, she went to visit my brother, who incidentally did not work. I had a job. She drove by my house on the way there, and she drove right on by on her way home. This went on for months and months. It was so bizarre. I didn't understand. Did I reach out? No. I figured she had her reasons, so I let it go. Additionally, I'm not a very social person, which is another story for another day. And it went on and on. Time passed, and I stopped seeing her car drive by. But then again, I was working 7 days a week, over 100 hours a week. I would have been hard pressed to notice anything going on outside of my house. Hell, I barely noticed what was going on inside my house. Time continued to march on, and eventually I wasn't working so many hours. I kind of forgot about my mother and didn't notice one way or another if she were driving by. Go ahead and say what you will. I have a condition that precludes me from missing people. This is true. A couple of months later, on a particular visit with my father, who incidentally had been divorced from my mom for many years, he was saying something. I don't remember what it was about, but in the course of the conversation, he said, "Ever since your mom moved." The look of surprise that I assumed spread across my face prompted him to look at me and ask, "Didn't you know she moved?" To which I could only reply, "No, I didn't." Apparently, she had moved 3 months prior. She never called me, not once. Back then, everyone didn't have a cell phone. She knew my phone number, but not a call, not a word from her that she had moved. In the interim, I heard where she went, but I didn't know her number. Again, she knew mine. 7 years later, I had heard that she had surgery on her knee and had a bad reaction to the anesthesia. I found out the name of the hospital that she was in and called her. We talked for a bit before a nurse came in to check her vitals and cut our call short. It was long enough for me to discover where she was living. After that, I did not reach out. Neither did she. Now I knew exactly why she didn't tell me she was moving. She didn't want me to know where she was moving. Another 7 years went by before we reconnected. Now, many years later, and we were on contact, though she does not call me. I call her. Her living situation has changed, but maybe something lingers. So, where did she move to back then? Where was she living? With her brother who had abused me when I was a little girl.